Man, they're messing up my brand new trailer, but we're picking up a dry load today. Just some like marks from the forklift tires. Come on now. But yeah, we just had the one pallet in here. I mean, this isn't great. Probably getting close to needing a washout here. Thought about grabbing like a mop to throw in the like side box of the truck, just for like small stuff like this. Like, why go pay for a washout, right? It's just an idea I had, but I didn't do anything with it. But yeah, we're picking up a dry load this evening, and we gotta do an overnight run, so that will be sort of the theme of the video. What the hell is my dispatcher thinking? So yeah, I mean, this could stand to be cleaned up a little bit. It's not great. It's not great, but it's not the worst I've ever seen either. Look at all that for keeping everything cold in here, huh? Anyways, yeah, we'll talk about what's going on in my dispatcher's head. What's making his little brain tick these days here in a bit. What's going on, fellas? Before we get into complaining and whining about my dispatcher, you guys know that I'm always on the lookout for a hat, right? Because I don't have one, and it's getting to be warm out. It's 72 degrees out there, and this is the hat that I have right now to keep all this under control. And so I was in there looking at the hats in the Flying J. They have a line of hats called Diesel Power, right? These Diesel Power hats, their spokesperson on the side of the display is a big buff guy named the Bro-Dozer. Yeah, a big buff guy named the Bro-Dozer. And Diesel Power on the hat says DP. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not buying a hat that says DP on it from the Bro-Dozer. I'm just not going to. I am perfectly comfortable in my sexuality. I got nothing to worry about, but the whole thing just seems super weird to me. I'm just not doing it. DP, is anybody buying these hats? Does anybody have a Diesel Power hat? Let me hear from you in the comments if you bought a hat that says DP on it and you're a big tough truck driver, you know, because that would be amusing. So anyways, this video is going to be a lot of whining, a lot of complaining, a lot of nonsense, because I am just frustrated. About as frustrated as I can get with things, but we're just gonna let the week play out, and we're gonna hope for the best. Because if you guys remember, about a month ago, I was taking it upon myself to get on the load board and find loads, right? I had gotten myself out into the Pacific Northwest, and I screwed myself for the week after that. So I said, all right, I'm gonna let my dispatcher be a dispatcher. I'm just gonna leave him alone and let him do his thing. This morning I'm up bright and early, baby, 6 a.m. Now I'm on Eastern time, right? So maybe it was 7 a.m. But 7 a.m. It's 6 o'clock where he's at, and I'm texting. Hey, how those load boards looking today? Now, assuming that he's probably not at work yet, and that's okay. But when he walks in the door, he's gonna see this message. How those load boards looking today? It's about to be about 11 a.m. here, and I hear nothing from him. Nothing. So I send another text message that says, anything? Question mark. And he goes, I'm working on you, man. I said, okay. He comes back with this nonsensical load that we're doing tonight. We're going about 95 miles away from here to pick up a load going up to Rochester, New York that delivers tomorrow morning. It's only about a little under 600 miles, I think, for the total, you know, empty miles and everything also. And we got 1,200 for it. So not the worst rate ever, but I just slept all night. I knew what I was getting into when I switched over to reefer, but I figured that's going to be the fault of shippers and receivers, not whatever my dispatcher's doing, right? But anyways, I'm like, how the hell do I go back to sleep? This thing picks up at 8 p.m., delivers, I think it's 5:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. Well, don't let me check on that. I'm not going to check on it. But I will later. Then from there, I'm going, what'd I say? We got 1,200? Yeah. I'm going to pick up back near Buffalo. And that's got 2 stops. One in Pennsylvania, I forget where. It's picking up in the afternoon, tomorrow afternoon. So I'll get my 10-hour break in and then go over there. And then it's got a stop in Pennsylvania the next morning. And then the next morning after that, it has a stop in Virginia. Now that load is 1,500. That delivers Thursday morning. So by Thursday morning, we will have 2,700 and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday to run if we need Monday. But at least Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to run. So if things go good, we could hopefully make another $4,000, which would put us at 67, which I would call a decent week. I'd like to see better, but I would call that a decent week. But if this week don't go good, I'm gonna show my dispatcher a little bit of frustration. Did you see my eyebrow curling? Oh, look at that. That's ridiculous. I gotta stop looking at myself when I do this, huh? Yeah, probably. I'm going to express some frustration with the dispatcher and with my manager, I mean the owner of the company, if this week does not do like that 67 range. Because we've done 66, we've done 56 and 5,400 the first 2 weeks. This is the third week of running reefer. And as much as I'm enjoying not having $3,000 weeks like I used to have, we need to see some sevens. I don't know that we're going to see eights. That's probably asking a lot in this current market, but we need to see every once in a while 7,000, because we did it on dry van quite a few times. So we need to see it with reefer. We absolutely have to. Overall, so far though, it's been at least 2,000. What I think are the bad weeks here have been 2,000 more than the bad weeks with dry van. But it's just incredibly frustrating that I feel like he wasted my whole day. Don't worry, I'll let him know if this week don't work out. Now, if this week works out and it's a great week, then I'll eat my words. I'll shut the hell up and let him do his thing. But I was up bright and early. I got a little bit of a nap, a little bit. My wife's having sort of a slight medical emergency at home. It's not a huge deal, but we're trying to navigate that. So I had to leave my phone ringer on today as she went through that process. Then I would wake up and talk to her and figure out what our next move is with that. It's not a huge deal, but it's like, now I got to figure out, we don't have a dental insurance. I'm independent and I just got back out here and I'm trying to get back on my feet again. And she's got a tooth that went to hell on her, and she went to a dentist that was going to allow her to do a payment plan, but it's infected and they said it went down in like below the jaw or something, which then they had to send her to like a dental surgeon or whatever. I was going to say orthopedic surgeon, but I think that's feet, isn't it? I don't think I know what I'm talking about is the point. And they put her on an antibiotic for the next 7 days to get out all the infection. And then they got to extract this tooth, I guess. And that's going to cost $1,000. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I have no idea. I'll get with the owner of the company on that. I might just pull it off my maintenance fund. I think he would let me do that for sort of a family medical emergency. I don't see why not. It's my damn money. It's my wife. I got to take care of her, of course. It does kind of suck that it's like going to be $1,000 that I have to pull off of that I'm building up to try to get into my own truck. But this is life, right? This is how it goes. But the point is with all that is that I had to like make sure that I heard my phone. And then my dispatcher kept calling also. I got this load, or I got this load, or I got this load. Schedule a load! Damn it, do your job. He has to call and ask because I'm independent. He can't just book loads. He has to call and ask if I'll take that load. So that's part of his job, of course. But it was super frustrating, and now I have to run all night. And then I have to take a 10-hour break, and then I have to go pick up the next load at like 2 p.m. So I won't have to run all night then, because it's a couple hundred miles, I think, to the first stop. Even if it's 300 away, 3,500, not 3,500 away, 350, somewhere in there. We'll drive the 5-6 hours to that stop, and we'll park, and we'll start the break from there and off to the next day. That's how that's all going to work, but just really frustrating. And I didn't want to go to the Northeast anymore, but I'm like here with like, it's getting in the afternoon, and I've got this like family, like, I wouldn't say crisis. It's not great when you're broke, right? When you're like just trying to get back on your feet again. And it's just a whole thing. It's just a whole thing right now. So I will definitely be doing a lot of complaining through the process of this video. I've got about an hour, 45 minutes before I start getting ready to leave. Pre-trip, fuel up a tank, head over to the pickup, and well, I guess off into the night we go. So I'm gonna get ready for that. I'll talk to you guys soon, and we'll see what happens in the rest of this video. Talk soon. You pull up here and they say, go wait in the driver's shed. We're at the driver's shed. That's what we're doing. I guess it's not the worst thing ever, but just hanging out. All right, almost forgot I needed more video. I was like, oh yeah, I still make YouTube videos. Just remembered. But I'm here. I made it to the stop. It's about 5 a.m. right now. They don't open till 5:30 to start receiving. Got one truck next to me, 2 dock doors. Well, no, there's 4 dock doors down there. There's 2 here also. And we're just gonna see how this goes, because this is part of the theme of the video. I like my dispatcher a lot, and he's normally pretty good. I don't know if it's the market or if I don't know what's going on, but it seems like he's got his head all the way up his ass right now. So we'll see how this works out. I got, let me put out the numbers for you guys. I got all the way here, which was great. Just went and picked that load up, ran it straight through. And I'm tired, you know, drove all night. We got here though. So on our 14, we've got 2 hours and 44 minutes left. And on our 11, our drive time, we've got 1 hour and 26 minutes left. So we've got a situation. The pickup, the next pickup is at 2 p.m. So the plan was to get there and park there and start the 10-hour break then, and not leave there until the 10-hour break is over, of course, right? That's the only way to make this next load work. That's the only way. Because if I start a 10-hour break now, it's 5. I'm not even done with that till 3. And I'm a little over an hour away for a pickup at 2. So the only way to make this work is to get there and take the 10-hour break. So they've got hour and, let's call it an hour and 20-minute buffer, basically. Well, we could go an hour and a half. And it's a half hour before they open. So if it takes them longer than 1 hour to unload me, I will not make it to the next pickup on time. This is getting absurd at this point. Getting absolutely ridiculous at this point. You know, a 10-hour break, we all know the laws, we know the rules, and I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be safety dork out here. But it should be a 10-hour break. It shouldn't be creeping up on a dock, you know, making sure it don't switch to drive, you know, and then getting loaded and then creeping off of that dock and parking on the side of the road. It should be a 10-hour break. Now, I understand that these things happen. I'm not complaining about that. It's just, it's how it is. But I don't understand what was going through my dispatcher's head for yesterday. He must have showed up at work stoned or something, out of his mind, because I'm up 7 in the morning and saying, hey, I'm ready for a load. Let me know what you find. I'm trying to let him do his job because I felt like I was getting too pushy with the load board, right? I'm trying to let him do his thing. Maybe I'll just move the camera around a little bit so you guys have stuff to look at. And he comes back with, I've got a pickup at 8 p.m. that runs straight through overnight. Then I've got a pickup at 2 p.m. that's a little over an hour away. Oh, I'm sure we can make it. And I'm looking at this going, I don't know, man. I have no idea. And it's just, it's super frustrating right now. Like, I'm in a really bad mood. I'm just, you know, that's why I giggle a lot through my videos. It's relieves stress on the fly, you know, like you just giggle a little bit. But at this point though, it's his problem. If I'm not able to make it, then he's either going to need to reschedule that appointment. I don't know if this place is going to let me park here. They've got like plenty of room, honestly. This is a pretty big spot where I'm sitting across from these dock doors. You could probably fit, man, if we lined up our trucks right in here, you probably fit 15 trucks back here. So I imagine they might let me take my 10-hour break here, but it's on him at this point. I ran the load straight through. If I'm not able to pick up at 2 p.m., he can figure it out. He can either get that appointment moved or he can find another load. But now at this point, I'm not picking up a load till Wednesday. We lost a day. I don't understand what the fuck happened. I don't get it. You know, I'm up at 7 o'clock in the morning and we're, you know, around Dayton, Ohio, close enough to Cincinnati. You know, we drove 95 miles into Indiana to get this load. You're telling me you couldn't find a run that was going to happen during the day? What is going on? I don't get it. So the point is, as you can see, I'm a little bit frustrated, and normally he's very good, but I'm losing faith in him quickly after whatever the hell this was. And we had that problem when we were down there in Baton Rouge also, but I was looking at the load board that day too, and it was just bad. Maybe that's just the market. Maybe I have no right in the world to be frustrated with him. You know, maybe that's just the market we're in right now, where you just can't find loads. I mean, I was finding some on the load board out of, you know, within 100 miles of Dayton, within 200 miles. I mean, I'll deadhead if I need to, you know, to go get something. But I guess that's just kind of where we're at. I'm watching this 14 slowly tick down. 22 minutes till I can even go ring their doorbell. That's going to knock us down to, you know, just over an hour. If they don't have it unloaded in an hour after I go up there at 5:30, we're screwed. I mean, I just don't get it. I'm just at a loss on this. I'm going to lose a day. I'm going to lose money. I'm going to lose my patience because we can't be doing this. We can't. So I'll stop talking for now. I'll update you guys more later. I would take a nap, but I only got 22 minutes till I can go up there. So talk to you in a bit. We did it. We made it. We've done it yet again. Good Lord. So, yeah, they got me unloaded pretty quick this morning, and I drove the 57 miles or whatever, I don't remember what it was, to get over here. And I just parked in their lot, so we made it. Then when appointment time came, about an hour before it, I called them. You call in here to check in, and got checked in, and they're loading me. Yay. So exciting, right? But yeah, I still got like 3 hours left on my 10-hour break, but we got it done. They haven't even started loading me yet. They gave me a door, and I don't care. I don't care when they do it. It's oh, I forget how many miles away from it is for our first stop, but that delivers at 5 a.m. So I'm gonna go straight there also, deliver that. It's like maybe 250 miles, something like that. And we'll get it done. So whatever. It was kind of a boring video, I guess, because it was just, I know what goes into this. I've been doing it for a long time, right? I get that. But I always do get disappointed when I feel like the dispatcher is setting me up for failure. Shippers and receivers, they don't care about you. They don't give a damn what happens to you, you know? But your dispatcher should. And we didn't fail. As far as I know, the trailer's starting to get a little bit dirty. Where was I going to find time to wash out? You know, I'm in New York. First, I got to find a washout. Then I got to go there. And then I got to get here. So, I haven't felt them start loading yet. I don't know if it's clean to an acceptable level. And we're going to find out. So, hoping that we don't get the trailer rejected. I have never had reefer trailer rejected. One time, I'm trying to think about it, because one time I had a dry van rejected years ago, and I don't remember what for. Yeah, have no idea. But regardless, we got it done. I think we'll see what they do. But yeah, by Thursday morning we'll be at 2,700, and we need to make more than that. We need to go. You know, we need to run. We need to make money, and that's just the reality of it. And I, quite frankly, cannot afford another bad week. Not in a row. I need a really good one, or I gotta figure something else out. And that's kind of how these things go, you know. That'll be another video. I think I can make a whole video out of what I'm going to talk about with that topic. But yeah, I don't know what else to say to this. Just hopefully they don't reject my trailer, because that's just a problem I don't need right now. So it's not horrible, but it's about in the same condition you guys saw it last. But it definitely could stood to at least be blown out with the leaf blower, and I didn't want to like blow it out on their parking lot, so I didn't. And yeah, it's definitely about time for a washout on that thing. So wish I had much more to add to this video. I just really don't. We made it, and I'm tired, and I'll probably jump back there and take a nap. Hopefully it takes them 3 hours to load it. This is one of those times where I want it to take 3 hours to load, and I can just mind my business, not worry about it, and go from there. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. But I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about any of this right now, if I'm being completely honest. Market sucks. Fuel's all right. I mean, it could be better, but it's all right. And a lot of things are being put into perspective for me. Future videos. We'll see how that all works out. But that's it. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. I got nothing else to add, and I'm just wasting time at this point. So see ya.